I want to welcome each of you to our program this evening. We have a full agenda, so my only ask is that we hold questions until the end of the program, please. So last November, Massachusetts voters voted in favor of the legalization and commercialization of recreational marijuana. We're not challenging that vote. Our focus is on the potential retail sales of recreational marijuana in our community. It's important to note that we support the use of medical marijuana and its use in compassionate care, and we also respect the liberties of citizens to consume marijuana and grow marijuana as it's allowed by Massachusetts state law. As you may know, the current law is under revision, and the new version of the law is expected to be on Governor Baker's desk on Monday, July 3rd. Until the time that that law is enacted, we are going to be referring to the law as it stands today. An important provision in our current law allows for municipalities to opt out of recreational sales, the retail sales of recreational marijuana. As a town, as Steve mentioned, we are going to be given the opportunity to exercise our right to opt out on September 19th, when we can cast our yes votes at the polls. The first step of the opt-out process is casting our own individual vote. The next step of the process will occur at town meeting. So there will be two articles at town meeting that will need to be amended. One will be the general bylaw, and the second article will be for the zoning regulations. It's our mission as a concerned group of citizens, local officials, subject matter experts, community leaders, to inform Milford residents about the impact and consequences of retail sales of medical marijuana in a community. There are a lot of myths and misinformation out there that we hope to dispel. Our goal is to share credible, fact-based information and published research with as many Milford residents as possible in order to maintain the health, safety, and integrity of citizens in our town. Public health is a vital concern. In Colorado, the first state to legalize marijuana, their law is written more restrictively than it is in Massachusetts. So in Colorado, municipalities actually have to opt in to retail sales or the commercialization in general, because it's beyond retail sales. It includes cultivation facilities, testing facilities, and product manufacturers. Right now, our ballot is only about, the ballot in Milford is only about retail sales. So in Colorado, about 1/3 of the communities elected to opt into retail sales. In Denver alone, there are a wealth of retail recreational marijuana establishments, so much so that the numbers far outweigh the number of Starbucks and McDonald's combined. A great concern to us is the accessibility of marijuana and marijuana products, especially to children, teenagers, and young adults, and its documented proven impact on their health and safety. We want to limit accessibility, ensure the health and well-being of all, especially our younger generations. The pot of today is not the pot of decades ago. In the 70s, one joint contained about 2.5% THC. THC is a psychotropic agent that produces the high. One joint today has approximately 14 to 18% THC, 5 to 7 times higher than what it was in the past. Data from Colorado indicates that 50% of the products sold there are in the form of edibles. They come in the forms of soda, candy, gummies, brownies, cookies, pizza, butter, cooking oil. The list goes on and on. These edibles contain about 30 to 40% THC. So very, very high levels of THC. One gummy alone contains enough THC to get 4 people high. These edibles are also created and packaged to look like mainstream products that you and I find on the shelves of our grocery stores. With that being said, these products are easily passed over or unrecognized as those containing marijuana. So they're easily passed around on the bus, in the cafeteria, on the playing field, wherever. They're part of mainstream life because they're unrecognizable as anything else or as anything containing marijuana. These high-level edibles, when consumed, are the cause for most of the calls to poison control and to 911 for either accidental consumption or overconsumption. This is also a common occurrence not just in children, but in adults. Edibles take about 1 to 1.5 hours after consumption to produce a high. So adults will continue to eat, or may continue to eat, more and more of the product in order to try and achieve that high at a faster rate. Public safety is another concern. In communities that host pot shops, motor vehicle accidents rise in incidence, thereby resulting in higher premiums for auto insurance. Also, drivers who are stopped while high on marijuana are difficult to arrest and prosecute because there is no field sobriety test like we have for alcohol. Not long ago, you may recall, Massachusetts experienced its own tragedy when a driver high on marijuana crossed over 3 lanes on Mass Turnpike, crashing into and killing a Massachusetts state trooper. He was a husband and a father of 6. In Colorado, legalizing marijuana did not eliminate the black market. Marijuana legalization has attracted marijuana growers along with, illicit marijuana growers along with legal ones. High-profile criminal organizations have exploited Colorado's pot law to grow marijuana for sale on the black market out of state as well. At the federal level, recreational marijuana is illegal. Therefore, all transactions conducted are done in cash. The prevalence of these cash transactions has led to higher crime rates, especially burglaries in Colorado. With the additional strain that's placed on emergency personnel, one can expect increasing costs for police, healthcare, and education. We want to preserve and protect Milford's reputation as a family-oriented town. Do we want to be known as the destination town where everyone goes to buy pot? Who remembers the wall here in Milford? Anyone? The wall was located across the street from where we are. And also, there was another area in front of the former Milford Library, which is now Memorial Cultural Hall. And that's basically where all the druggies would hang out. Milford was known nationally as one of, or the highest, or the city that had the highest number of LSD and heroin addicts. As a matter of fact, Johnny Carson cited the 3 largest drug cities in America: Los Angeles, California, New York, New York, and Milford, Massachusetts. What a reputation. What a way to be recognized. It took years for law enforcement officials and many others to clean Milford up. why would we want to return to that state and promote drug use and risk Milford's reputation as it stands now? We are now going to, as a group, we're working closely with the Westboro group. In Westboro, there are 4 women who came together to give Westboro the opportunity to opt out of recreational marijuana. As part of their recommendation, we have this video entitled Then and Now. Then and Now is created by Heidi Highland. Heidi is the president of the Massachusetts Prevention Alliance. She has been in the field for over 25 years. Her company, she was one of the founders of Mass Prevention Alliance, and she also founded the company called Adventi, and that's who this video is marketed under. So Adventi, Then and Now, will give us some insight into the 20th century tobacco industry, but how those marketing strategies that were used back then will resonate with the marketing for marijuana in our society now. It's 11 minutes long.